them, wow.
And if you are doing our class recording later at home, I'm Kay. Welcome to your Saturday morning power practice. In your child's pose, just start to warm yourself up a little bit. So maybe you'll start with your arms bent. Okay, and then as you feel, you might start to extend your arms out a little bit straighter, melt your chest a little bit lower. If there's a little bit of a rock that feels good here, take that. Maybe roll your forehead along your mat. Okay, and then when you've done all that, like fixing and moving in place, settle into stillness. A couple moments here. Breathe. 2. Awesome, just 1. Okay, push into your fingers and bring yourself up to table. In your table, just start to move however it feels good. Warming yourself up again here into your spine, your head, your neck. When you're ready, you'll take it to your cat-cow if you haven't already. Going here. Three. 2. 1. Okay, so we're gonna take it to a little tricep push-up. I said we're gonna try to hit a crow pose today. So I want you to warm up your arms a little bit. So pushing down into your fingertips, start to send your hips back as if you're going back towards child's pose. And then when you come forward, it's a tricep push-up, keeping your elbows in, okay? Elbows don't go out, just go halfway at the very most, and then you'll go back down. Okay, so shifting from that child's pose shape forward into your little push-up. I'll show you from the side in case that's not clear. Come forward, belly engaged as you go down. And don't worry about how many you do here, just keep going. We'll go for like, let's say 20 more seconds. So for me, like for the first, I don't know, 5 years of my practice, I don't even think I could really do one tricep push-up. All right, you want to really build your strength here slowly. Take yourself through one more. And then you'll sink back to your child's pose. This time, keep your toes tucked underneath, a little bit more of an active child's pose, okay? Toes are tucked under, heels are lifted. Yeah, and maybe your bum is a little higher up. Just breathe. 3. 2. All right, that's 1. Let's go through one more round, okay? Pushing into your fingertips, bring yourself forward. Take your little push up and back. Keep your breath going here. Good. Hands just shoulder width. Okay, not too wide. So that's another key when you're going into your crow pose, your headstand, your tripod headstand, or your, what is that other one? Handstand. You want your hands shoulder width. Too wide is not good, okay? You won't get as much strength there. Take 2 more. Awesome, that's 1. Okay, take it back one more time into that, a little active child's pose. If you feel ready, maybe you take it to a puppy instead of your child's this time. Or arms down, hips high. Good, just breathe. So the difference between your puppy and your child is that your hips are lifted. They're up over your knees. All right, 2 more. It's 1. Okay, and then let's slowly come back up to table wherever you are. And then take it to a downward facing dog, hips up and back. Okay, little pedal here at the back. Same thing, so use the first little bit to move, take what your body needs. And then when you're ready, you'll settle into stillness. Good, hold it here. For 2. 1. All right, to your toes. Bend your knees, step walk, hop to the top of your mat. Let's just start with a ragdoll, feet hip width, hang forward. Maybe hands are on the mat, maybe you're grabbing opposite elbows. Just breathe here. As long as you trust. Good, it's a slow in. Slow breath out. 2. 1. All right, you'll bring your hands to your mat, toe heel your feet to touch. And then I want you to lift yourself just slowly, okay? Rolling at 1 vertebrae at a time. Starting with your low back, okay? Then your middle back. Your head is still down as you lift. Shoulders, head and neck are last to get straight. We'll reach our arms up. Awesome, bring your arms down. Good, then reach up again. Go for opposite elbows. I don't know if I've done this one with you guys, but just start to move. I think we have. Start to circle. Okay, sway, whatever feels right here. All right, for 2. It's 1. Release your arms down. Okay, let's reach up again. One more time. Bow forward. Flat back, breathe in. Plant your hands to your mat and step it back, okay? It's a high plank. Let's just drop our knees for this first one. Belly tight, little push-up. Chest through for upward dog. Tops of your feet are down. Thighs are lifted. Pause in your up dog. Good, then take it back. Downward facing. Settle here.
Don't worry about me.
Good, stay in empty. 2. Hold it here. 1. Stay. All right, to toes. Bend your knees, step walk, hop forward. Halfway. Good, fold. Roll yourself up, push into your heels, okay? Let your head hang until the top. Shoulders down, arms reach up. Release down. Okay, this time reach up, look up. Right hand, I don't know why I can't quite see you, but right hand is holding on to your left wrist. Or I guess you can't quite see me is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's see, like that. We're gonna pull up and over, a little stretch. Good, breathe. Stay here, big toes touch, knees touch. It's 1. All right, come back. Reach your arms down. And then final time, inhale, rise all the way. Bow forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step it back to your plank, okay? From a high plank, drop your knees if you need to. On your exhale, it's a little push-up, okay? On your inhale, chest comes through, upward dog, thighs lift off the mat, okay? Then you send it back, downward facing dog. Settle here, just breathe. Good, stay in. Hold it for 2. Stay here. Awesome, hold for 1. Exhale. All right, to toes. Bend your knees, step to the top. Halfway. Fold forward. Last time, roll yourself up. Nice and slow. Okay, try to go even slower. Shoulders last, head lift. Let's reach up. Beautiful, arms come down. Do it again, reach up. Left hand goes for my right wrist. You're gonna pull up first, really tall, and then find your side bend. Breathe. Good, stay here. So on the first side, I went a little bit too far. I couldn't quite breathe. If that's happening for you, just ease up a little bit, okay? You should be able to hold this comfortably. Take 1. All right, back down. Reach up, look up. Bow forward. Halfway, breathe in. Hands to your mat, it's your plank. Drop your knees if you need to, okay? Nice strong chaturanga, lower. Chest through, upward. Good, send it back, find your downward dog. Okay, feet touch behind you. Take your right leg up. And then as you exhale, just shift forward, knee to nose, pause. Do it again, send it back. Come forward, right knee to nose, pause. Go again, up and back. As you shift forward, knee to nose, notice that your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, okay? And then from there, step your right foot through. It's a high lunge, let's rise. Hip square. Good, stay here. So we're gonna try to get to some back bending at the end of practice, but just to start, even here, we can find it by finding a nice long spine first, and then starting to find a little bit of a back bend, okay? Belly is kind of relaxed here to accommodate it. Hold here. But I'm still engaging. I'm not letting it completely go. Okay, you wanna balance out the strain on your low back. Take 2. Good, hold here. 1. Lead with your sternum, come forward, and then let's just crawl it. Let's crawl it to the left side, toes turn that way, fold. Fold here. Let your head hang heavy. Breathe. Awesome, stay. 2. It's 1. Hands to your hips, okay? With a strong core, you'll rise back up. Turn your right toes forward. It's a warrior 2. Settle here. So right toes face forward. Your knee faces forward. Notice if your right knee is falling inward, you want it to go out. Okay, out towards your pinky toe. Breathe. Good, settle. 2. Nice and strong, nice and simple today. Okay, it's 1. Now stay with me. We're gonna build a little bit of that strength in our upper body. You're gonna bring your left hand down for side plank. Okay, left hand to the mat. Before you go, make sure your shoulder's over your wrist. Okay, and then go. I don't care what your feet are doing. You can stack them. You can bring your right toes behind or in front to help you with your plank. But I want you to really work on that stacking, left shoulder over wrist. Awesome, 2. Stay here. Good, it's 1. Now, right hand comes down. Sweep your right leg up and back. Bend your knee, heel to bum, pause. Pause here, do what you like. You can roll your ankle for this first one. Good, roll the other way. Good, bind down dog. Pedal it out. Take an inhale of rest. Just open your mouth, sigh it out. Okay, feet touch behind us. Left leg lifts. Now shift forward, knee to nose, pause. Notice stacking, okay? Up and back. As you shift forward, your shoulders stack over your wrists. Again, up and back. Come forward, pause, stack. And then simple, step your left foot through. Find your high lunge. Okay, so if you are working on the back bend, it's a tricky place to work on a back bend, so if it doesn't fit, don't do it, but make sure your feet are hip width, because if your feet are in one line and you start to go back, you're gonna lose your balance, okay? You want as much ground covered, belly engage a little bit, reach up, nice and tall. Good, and then start to go back. Breathe here. Stay with it. Keep the bend in your left. You're here for 2. 1. Okay, sternum leads you forward. Then I want you to crawl to the right. Turn your toes that way to your wide-legged fold. Breathe here. Good, stay in. 3. 2. 1. Hands to hips. Just stand slow. Turn your left toes forward. It's your warrior 2. Okay, so one little extra note here. We've talked about it before, but in addition to my knee going out, I want to watch my hips. So I don't want to do this, okay? I want you to tuck your tailbone underneath. Tuck your tailbone under. So it's actually like you're going in 2 separate ways, right? I'm tucking my tailbone under, sending my pelvis that way, and then I'm sending my knees that way. Does that make sense? Good, hold it here for 2. Just breathe. Awesome, take 1. Then we're gonna bring our right hand around. You're gonna get set, there's no rush for your plank. Stack your shoulder over your wrist. Spread your fingers, now grip the mat with your fingers, then find it, okay? Nice strong plank here. Awesome, hold it. Just breathe. 2. Stay in it. Keep stacking. Take 1. Okay, hands to your mat. Now sweep your left leg up and back. Bend your knee, heel to bum, pause. Okay, you can roll. You can hold still. All right, whatever feels good, take 1. Okay, downward dog. Right away, we're coming up to our toes. Bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Halfway. Bow your chest. All right, we're gonna work on crow. So I want you to just look at me for a moment. What you're gonna do first, I'll show you from the side maybe, is take your feet back a little bit from your hands, okay? You're gonna, same thing we did in our plank where we were spreading our fingers, gripping the mat in our side plank. I'm doing this in crow. This, like these claw hands, are gonna help you with a lot of inversions, okay? So my feet are together, my knees are wide. I'm gonna set up my claw hands this far away, okay? So they're just above my shoulders as I start, but then as I go into the pose, I'm gonna shift forward, bend my knees, and try to rest on my triceps, okay? That's step 1. Step 2, lift 1 foot off. Step 3, lift both feet off and connect them, okay? Ideally, the insides of your feet don't leave each other the whole time. So just try. Let me show you a mod. It's gonna mess up my screen for a second, but it's important, so I wanna show you. This is less of a vinyasa, but it's fine. Stay with me, okay? Modification, feet on a block. Okay, you start with your feet together. You set up, and it just helps you play with that lift. You wanna keep your hips up really high, okay? And then you'll start to shift forward. From there, you can play with coming off the block slowly. Try to tuck. Tuck your heels up as close to your bum as possible, okay? Play here. You have another few moments. Just breathe. Nice. Good. Yeah, try to keep your hands shoulder width. Yes. Yes, and then you're looking slightly ahead. I see you both looking down. You want to look slightly ahead. Yeah. Because eventually from our crow, we're going to spring back to a chaturanga. We need to be looking ahead, ready for chaturanga, right? Okay. In the next moment or two, yay, you got it? Yay. Okay, in the next moment or two, find a forward fold when you've had enough, okay? Forward fold here at the top of your mat. I'll try one more round today. But for now, take a little break. You can shake yes, you can shake no, you might sway from side to side. Guys, it's so crazy how time flies in practice. Okay, I'll try to get to our back bending, but I want to get you through one more little sequence. 2 here. Okay, it's 1. Let's just come into the same little flow we did at the beginning. So push into your hands, toe heel your feet to touch. Okay, we're gonna lift halfway, breathe in. Fold and exhale. Then just roll yourself up, keep your head low. Okay, roll up slowly. Shoulders down. Yeah, you're slower than me, that's good. When you're up, you'll reach up all the way.
Unusual musical instrument.
Arms come down.
This is called the guitar.
Good, then reach up, look up.
It is the word.
And let's roll.
We get our word guitar.
Halfway lift. If you want to take one more chaturanga, take it. Option to just step back to downward dog. Okay, we'll meet there in a little bit. If you're flowing from your plank, it's a low push-up. Upward facing. But downward facing dog as you exhale. Awesome. From here, feet touch behind you. Let's take our right leg up high. Okay, shift forward, knee to nose, pause, stack. Okay, again, right leg up and back. This time it's knee to right elbow. Same thing, I'm stacking. This is where you can work an arm balance. It's kind of, I would say progression after crow, but you would start to bend your elbows and kind of shift forward into your arm balance. Okay, hold it wherever you are for 2. For 1, take your right leg up and back. Good. Crossover now. Right knee, left elbow, same thing, stack. There's another arm balance here, also tricky, but you can play with it. We're here for 3, for 2, for 1. Take your right leg up and back. Good, and then step it right through. Crescent lunge, high lunge. Land here. Awesome. So if you want to find the little back bend, belly engage, a little soft, get tall first, really tall, grow. Okay, and then when you're tall, you add a little bend. Zip up your back leg, it'll help you. Stay for 2. Awesome, just 1. Okay, hands down. Crawl it left. Okay, little break here. Breathe. Nice straight legs if you can. Okay, if you want, you can go for behind your ankles here and pull yourself a little bit lower. 2. Stay with it. All right, just 1. Okay, hands to hips. Let's stand slow. Awesome. We'll turn our toes forward, okay? This time, it's a revolved half moon right away. So as I turn my right toes forward, with my left hand, I'm gonna come forward and land, kick off the back leg, revolved half moon. So left hand is down, right arm is up. Okay, I'm working the hover. This is a fun little transition. If you don't have the hover, your hand is on a block or the ground. Okay, 1 more. And then can you switch it? Switch it to the half moon, regular. Okay, pause. Breathe. Hold it. Little break for your hands for 1. Listen up, belly tight, start to stand with your knee to chest, rise. Sweep up. I want you to just take any variation of tree, figure 4, little break here. Grow tall. Awesome, breathe. Hold it. 2. Same way we push up out of our heel, we push up out of our wrists when we're doing the crow and other poses, okay? Take a breath. And then listen, we're gonna start to pick up that leg. I know it's burning. Send it behind. When you get there, land in your side plank, okay? Toes land, hand lands, you find your side plank. If possible, maybe you hover that top leg. Okay, whatever variation of plank you have for 2. Stack your shoulder. Good, take 1. All right, hands come down, sweep it up and back. Bend your knee, heel to bum, pause. Okay, today we'll play with our wild thing. So I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna show you this way maybe. So here I am, right leg is up. I'm gonna land it somewhere on my left side. I'm on my toes, my heel is lifted. Then I send my hips up to the air. Hips are up. Good, just breathe. 2. Hold it. 1. Okay, find your hands again and then land in down dog, pedal out. Big breath in. Big breath out. Okay, let's try again. Feet touch behind us. Left leg lifts. Shift forward, knee to nose, stack your shoulders. Okay, up and back. Grip the mat with your fingertips, okay? Left knee, left elbow, pause. Okay, you wanna play with the arm balance. This is where you start. You start by just holding, okay? Hold it, belly engaged, really, really tight for 3. For 2, stack your shoulders for 1. Good, take it up and back. Left knee, right elbow, pause it. Okay, pause it. If you're working the arm balance, this is where you start for 3. Ooh, don't let it drop. For 2. For 1, left leg up. Step it right through, high lunge. At the top. Whew, wow. Guys, worked myself more than I thought I would today, okay? Find your high lunge, hipster square if you wanna work that arm balance again. Work on getting really tall, really long first. No crunching in your spine, okay? Then we take a little bend. it. Beautiful, breathe. A good indication in any back bend that you've gone too far is you can't breathe anymore, okay? Take one. With your sternum, come forward. Let's crawl it to the right. Crawl it there, find your fold. Hands can go behind ankles. You can walk your hands towards the left side of your mat. Nice job, Karen. Hold here. Two. One. Okay, let's bring our hands to our hips. Let's start to rise. I'm gonna try to show this in more slow-mo. I don't know if that was helpful the first time. You're gonna turn your left toes forward. Okay, so essentially, as I bend this knee, I'm gearing up with my right hand. As I come forward, I kick off my right side. I find the revolve half moon. Yeah, and like, if your tendency is to go fast, you're probably missing some key practice in like building strength. So go slower. Good, hold here. Awesome, that's one. And then let's switch. Open up your hips a little bit. Left hand down, right leg is really straight. So yeah, Karen, your leg I can see is nice and straight. I struggled with this for years. My top leg was always quite bent. Okay, you take one. Stay here, exhale. Okay, strong core. Lift yourself to stand with that knee, if you can, with your right, okay? Really slow. And again, if you struggle here, good place to practice. Pause. And then can you land right into your tree? You might need a little help from your hand. Good, just breathe. Relax your shoulders a little bit. Stand a little bit taller, pushing up out of that heel. Really good, just one. Okay, wait, pause. Stay where you are if you can. This is another place you can work that back bend. Growing tall first and then finding the back bend, okay? I won't keep you here too long though. Pick up that leg and then land, okay? You're going for your side plank. Watch where you're going. Right hand's coming down. Land your toes at the same time. Side plank on the right, okay? Grip the mat with your fingers. Check in with your shoulder. Is it stacked? Hips lifted. Awesome. One more. Stay here in your plank. Beautiful, really good. Hands down, let's sweep this leg up and back. Bend your knee, heel to bum, and then play with wild thing. Okay, you can also stay here if this feels good. Or you're gonna drop your toes somewhere on the right side of your mat. Okay, hips high. Looking to the top of your mat. Two. Hold here. Good, stay here for one. Nice job, hands come down. Downward facing. All right, to your toes. Bend your knees, step to the top. Halfway. Good, bow. Let's try again, okay? Let's try our crow one more time before we hit the ground. So you're gonna take your feet back about halfway, okay? What cues can I give you this time? Feet are together, knees are wide. I like, guys, so most people play with crow from the ground up, right? They're on the ground and then they set up, they come into it. I like to start high, okay? Starting from standing, you'll start to come down, stack, okay? Stack your shoulders first, start to lean forward. And then you'll get light on your toes. Maybe one lifts, maybe both lifts, but eventually you wanna really focus on keeping your feet together. And then you're looking slightly ahead. I don't know, it's like 2 feet, 3 feet away from my hands. Just try. Okay, you fall out, you come back in. Play with it for 2. And then from wherever you are, I want you to land in a forward fold. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Maybe you're in gorilla, sliding your hands under your feet. Breathe for 2. One. Okay, so really simple because we have no time. Start to bend your knees, hands to the mat, bend your knees, and then sit on your bum. Okay, we're gonna move into our bridge. So as I lie back, I want you to make sure when you hit the ground, you can extend your hands, your arms, and reach your heels with your fingertips. If you can't, your feet are too far away, bring them closer. Okay, and then ideally feet are about hip width apart. We'll push into our heels, we'll push into our shoulders, engage your core and start to lift. Okay, it's lots of surrounding body parts making this pose happen. My core is engaged, my glutes are engaged, okay? My hamstrings are engaged. I'm pushing down into my heels. I'm pushing down into my shoulders, okay? It's like full body action. Take 1. All right, slowly lower down. Let your knees fall side to side. Awesome. We'll go again. Bridge pose, push into your heels. Same thing, do all those checks, okay? So what I want you to start with is a tilt of your pelvis up towards the ceiling, okay? Automatically, sorry Karen, I know you were up already. From the ground, tilt your pelvis up. You'll notice your bum start to lift. You'll notice your core engage automatically. And then from there, it's just a little lift up into the pose. Okay, so tilt your pelvis up first. Maintain that the whole time you're in the pose. Okay, hold here. Stay lifted. Yeah, your glutes are working. Take 1. Okay, slowly come down. Let our knees fall side to side. And then you'll go again, one more back bend, bridge or wheel. Make sure you start always with that tilt of your pelvis up, okay? Lift up slowly into your full expression. If it's a wheel, hands set up close to your ears. You come up. Okay, and then with time, you wanna walk your hands a little bit closer to your feet. Awesome, breathe. Stay in. It's 2. Good, stay with it. It's 1. And then you'll slowly land. When you hit the ground, go ahead and bring your feet wide. Let your knees touch. And really try to ground your low back into the mat here. Ground your shoulders. Awesome. Guys, we got a little bit of a late start, so we're gonna go a little late today. Hope that's okay. Lots of hard work today, lots of learning. You're just gonna move towards these postures, towards the full expression of wheel, of crow, arm balancing at your own pace. Okay, the little baby steps, they get there. I promise you get there eventually. From here, just walk your, keep your heels where they are, separate your knees, and then let your knees fall over to the right side of your mat. Okay, little twist for your spine. You can look to the left, make sure your left shoulder is grounded here. And there's the option to bring our right foot up and use it to bring our left knee a little bit closer to the mat. Okay, and then you'll undo and take your knees to the other side. Okay, as you twist left, maybe you look right. Try to keep your right shoulder grounded first. And then if you want to play, you'll bring your left foot to your right side and just use it to pull your thigh closer to the mat, your knee. Sometimes I really mix up my body parts when I'm teaching. I hope you know what I mean. I think earlier I meant to say quads. I said hamstrings. Now I meant knee. I said thigh. All right, so in the next moment or two, you'll undo this. You'll walk yourself back to knees up, and then let's walk our feet in. Okay, we'll pick up our knees off the mat and just start to circle. Okay, we've done a lot of time kind of bending our spine in all kinds of ways today. So we're gonna just focus on grounding our spine for this last little bit of class. Circle your knees the other way. Moving into our only hip opener today, we're taking a happy baby or a wide straddle. Okay, so I want you to start, push your shoulders, push your low back into the mat, and just separate your knees about hip width. Okay, and that could be where you land, and that's perfect for you today. Okay, option 2 is to take your hands around your ankles and start to kind of pull your knees down towards your armpits. Okay, option 3 is to go for the outside edges of your feet. And then if you notice, my spine is still down. If you had to lift your spine to get there, better to do a different version. Okay, and then option 3, feet fingered to big toes, you'll move into a wide straddle. Shoulders stay down, low back stays down. Wherever you are, hold for 3. 2. Awesome. 1. Slowly bring your knees back together. Give yourself a little squeeze at the bottom. Maybe you come up, give yourself a little kiss, acknowledgement for your hard work today, and move into your final resting pose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Reach your arms overhead, take a full body stretch. And roll into the fetal position on one side. And with your eyes closed, you'll come to a seat at the top of your mat. Palms together at your heart center. Take a big breath in. Open and sigh. Thumbs to forehead center. Namaste. Thank you.